Thanks very much to xTiles for sponsoring this video.
Wow, this has made that difficult job of planning and organising the chapters and content of my new books a real pleasure. I can see it all at a glance and I can dive into the detail of the chapters when I want. And this is what I'm going to show you today. This is the bridge between personal knowledge management and productivity that I've been looking for. This is a sponsored video and therefore it's not a review. This is just an accurate overview of how I've been using xTiles to organise my projects. I wouldn't work with a company that I don't actually believe in, so thank you very much to the good people at xTiles for sponsoring this video. I wish you all the best. So with that said, this is just an overview of what it can do for you, or rather what it's done for me so far. And why not try it out? Because it's free. You can even use it for collaboration for free. The only limitation on the free service is 1,000 blocks of text or 10 megabyte size for files. So you're going to get a lot of mileage out of it before you need to upgrade. If you do want to check it out, then find the affiliate link in the description below. As usual, I've used this product for a number of weeks before making this full description video. And so far I've done 3 main tasks on it. I've used it for planning my new role as chair of an academic community. I've used it for planning these videos, and I'm using it to plan a book, or actually several books that I'm going to release later this year. First one will be my top productivity tips evaluated, and the second one will be my productivity system in full. If you want to be notified when they're available, and if you want to receive my top productivity tips PDF for free when it arrives, then go ahead to my website evaluateeverything.co.uk and sign up for the mailing list. The first use for planning videos, I've always used Kanban boards, so it's been really easy to set up a Kanban board here in xTiles. Kanban board is where you have one idea and you can move that idea through a sequence of steps. So once I've shot this video, I can move it into the next stage where I'm gathering the rest of the footage before doing the editing. Kanban boards are really great for when you need to move an idea through a set sequence of production steps. So if you do anything where that's the case, I recommend using it as a Kanban board. I can flag items and blocks of text. This just lets me color code and highlight areas, maybe in stages of production, or in this case with this script, it's the bits that I'm looking to cover with B-roll rather than look to the camera for. I like that every paragraph of text is its own entity, even within a tile, and you can simply drag them around to move them between tiles. And I can share a page ready for collaboration. In my new role as chair of an academic community, I just needed a place to jot down quick ideas, but have them available and well organized on any computer or tablet that I was working on at the time. You just need a browser or an Android or iOS app. When you're doing knowledge work, especially if you're in a leadership role, you're constantly thinking about that role. You're constantly thinking about the people and the responsibilities you have in that role. And so it's really nice to have a place where you can just quickly jot down quick ideas and organize them later. And that's what the phone app allows you to do. I really enjoyed the feature in the xTiles mobile app, which allows you to make a quick note and then easily import that into a more organized page later on. They just come through here on the browser at the side. Lastly, and the focus for the rest of this video, is my use of xTiles for planning books. And I'm planning to release 2 books this year. They're part of my new website and brand, Evaluate Everything. I'm using xTiles to move beyond that initial ideas phase, and I'll be able to work in xTiles until I'm ready to finally export it into a desktop publishing app, and then to prepare it for a publication as an ebook and print book. So firstly, I'll make a new page within my personal pages. I'm just going to start with a blank page, because then I can organize things however I wish. And it's this versatility and flexibility of xTiles that I really like. I'll need a tab for each book that I'm going to make, and I'll put a link to the tab on the main page. Not that it's hard to navigate between tabs in any case, and at any point you can turn any block of text into its own subpage, which exists below that tab, and the link will be left where that text was. It's really easy to move ideas from where they were generated into a production space. So ideas from your research tabs can quickly be moved into the Kanban board. xTiles is versatile. It can at one time be a Kanban board, a mood board, a flowchart, a critical path analysis. It could be any type of visual planning that you can think of. The main page of this project is where I'm going to jot down notes to be imported into the book pages, and then to do title development, and it's where I'm going to house my checklists through the project. So I'll have that route planned out through the project all the way to publication. That first page is a sort of contents page, and it's also where I'll capture my ideas as they occur before organising them into their correct place in the project. It makes it really easy to sequence and navigate my ideas and organise them for access later on. And that's what personal knowledge management is capturing those ideas and organising them so you can access them quickly later on. I'm not too precious of these checklists at first, because I can add to them as I go, and a rough route through a project is a nice thing to have. Remember, if you've got a plan, you can change that plan, but if you don't have a plan in the first place, then you're really just working blind. Always start with a plan. It's easiest to lay out my pages here on the desktop web app, and then I can add to them and edit them at any time on my phone app, or of course my Eink tablets or my iPad. I can add in extra tasks as they develop, and I can add them in a sequence within that task list, that checklist, which just stays at the top of the page. I also like that I can have a lot of text in a tile and I can just keep that hidden, or I can dive into focus mode and work on that one block of text intensely. So I can have the text hidden so it just looks like a whole bunch of chapters that I could move around if I wish, and I can see the overview of the book, or I can go into the detail of each individual page. So I'll be able to outline my chapters and move them around. I can also use color coding to organize them and quickly access different elements of my writing. I can keep to that really small tile, and then I can expand that to a full-size view for when I want to work in a focused way. And really useful for this particular form, I can have a color code in terms of where that particular part of writing is. So for example, if it's red, then I know it's just a bunch of notes at that point. If it's orange, it's probably a first draft. And if it's green, then I know that I've gone through it again and it's probably ready for exporting into the desktop publishing app for a final proofread. A good thing you'll be pleased to know is that all the usual keyboard shortcuts work with it. So for instance, Ctrl+B for bold. And if you're a good user of computers, you'll love the / contextual menu to access all the different things you can do within the tiles. And at the end of this, I'll be able to export the whole document as a markdown document, which is a bit like a plain text document. And then I can format and edit that into the final book. I'm really pleased with this. It's an ideal way to manage a complex creative task like this. I'll be working up this book in the coming months, and I'll keep you updated. Why not go ahead and try xTiles? The free version is certainly all you'll need to get started. And find the link in the description just so that they know that I sent you. And thanks again to xTiles for sponsoring this video.
xTiles is launching on Product Hunt, so if you do like the tool, then you can head on over there and leave a review, and that'll really support the project. Search xTiles Product Hunt or find the link in the description.